Yo, what's poppin', ladies and gentlemen? Here we are back again to try and put a little extra dough in your bread box. As many of you already know, I'm Sports Dave from Sportbook Buddy, and I put in that hard work necessary to help make you knowledgeable, confident, and Vegas strong versus the sportsbook. I team up with other handicappers to try and find the sharpest edge to help you take a stab against your sportsbook with. Now, my fellow handicappers are given a limited group of games from yours truly to try and give it their best shot at winning you some money today. Now, the slate of games I'm going to cover is going to be the Rockies versus the Cardinals, the Rangers versus the White Sox, the Indians versus the Mets, and the Yankees versus the Athletics. With today being Thursday, Major League Baseball tends to have a smaller slate of games, so we're going to do our best to pick through what we have to work with. So I want you to keep in mind two things as you watch this. First, please pay attention to the fact that this video is being aired on August 22nd, 2019. So if you watch this video on any other day, obviously your window of opportunity for using this information is probably closed. Second, please pay attention to the names of the people I mentioned in this video because I can't take credit for other people's work. And if any of my friends are able to help win you some money, maybe you should send them a friend request as well. I created Sportbook Buddy to have a place that promotes the talents of other good quality handicappers and also let you decide for yourself who you want to follow on any given day. Now, nobody can or will be perfect in this game, but you can always glean a bit of information or insight that kind of gives you an understanding as to why we like these picks. So today, I'm going to start off with our earliest games and work our way back from there. Just in case somebody's watching this video right before the first pitch is about to kick off. So I'll start up in I'm going to start up in New York and basically start talking about the New York Mets facing off against the Indians today. The Mets have won 4 straight games and are really gunning for one of those last playoff spots right now. Yesterday they pulled out a nail biter against these same Indians, and today they're going to try and go for the sweep. But my buddy Craig Isles from way down under is expecting a bounce back game from the Indians because basically, well, number one, you're getting plus 118, which is nice. But they've got Aaron Savale on the mound, and he's going up against Noah Syndergaard. Now, Craig is basically banking on the fact that the bullpens are going to let down Syndergaard again. Every time that that Syndergaard is pitched, he hands over the ball to the bullpen, and they've averaged a 6.75 ERA every time he gives them the rock. So, on top of things, the Mets have actually blown 11 out of 26 save opportunities in New York. So, that's the play from Craig. Next game we're going to cover is the Rockies versus the Cardinals. The Rockies have actually fallen well short of expectations this season after winning 91 games last season and barely being edged out by the Dodgers by 1 game. I'm sure a lot of people didn't expect them to be in the cellar at the end of August this year. But here we are, and the Rockies are 25.5 games back of the Dodgers in the West, and their playoff percentages are getting close to a Butarski, which is 0.0. On the other hand, the Cardinals are in the thick of things right now, and they trail the Cubs by a game or a game and a half or so. And if the season were to end right now, they would actually qualify for one of the last wild card spots. Now, my buddy Johnny Mullins, he sent me a message today, and he likes the Cardinals at minus 133. He's got his own system for breaking down his odds, and he says that the odds should be the Cards plus 117. But the Cards are actually minus 133, as I just mentioned, and that basically shows that the house is backing the Cards, so to speak. So, my next pick is coming from Ricardo Pimentel, who likes the value of taking the Rockies on the first 5 innings, pointing out that German Marquez, the starter for the Rockies, he's actually got a great history in 3 career appearances versus the Cardinals. Marquez is 2-0 with a 1.53 ERA. And on the other hand, the Cardinals are starting Miles Mikolas today, and he's been getting rocked lately, surrendering 5 runs in his last 2 starts each. Granted, Miles Mikolas has been great at Busch Stadium. His career ERA is 2.27, but he also seems to suffer from a lack of run support, which is evident by his 5-5 home record this season. Now, the Rockies have also been hitting pretty well in their last 6 games. They're batting .309 with the .909 OPS. However, if you want to work a whole other angle, my buddy Dale Warfield of Warfield Elite is going to roll with a prop bet on this one. He's going to bet that neither team scores in the first inning. Now, the odds with my book are at -130, and it seems like a pretty solid play with the way that both pitchers have been going. I will also stress that Dell, this wasn't his best play. I just put these games out. If you want Dell's best play, follow him on Warfield Elite, and he'll definitely serve you up with a good, solid win or a good pick. Now, the Rangers are going to be going up against the Chicago White Sox today. Neither team has much of a chance for making the playoffs. In fact, it'd probably take an act of God. But that doesn't prevent us from making a case for taking it over today. Now, these two teams have met 23 times since 2016, and they've averaged over 11.5 runs in their matchups. And today's pitching matchup features a couple of gas cans with Ariel Jurado and Ross Detweiler taking the mound. Now, the total is set at 10.5, and both pitchers have been serving up batting practice lately. Jurado has a 15.88 ERA in his last 2 starts, and Detweiler's got a 6.92 ERA in his last 3 appearances. Now, I believe that the White Sox are kind of calling this a bullpen day, and, their bullpen leaves a lot to be desired. So, with that, I'm taking the over in this game. Now, the last game that I'm going to cover for today is the Yankees going into Oakland, where the Yankees are going to try and put an end to their 3-game losing streak. My friend Nicholas DeLine, he's going to stay away from taking a team in this one and simply take the under at 9.5 in this game. Both pitchers have pitched pretty well lately, and in their last 3 starts, they've combined to go 5-1 on the under. He also smells, my buddy Jesse Wansbrough, he's going to take the Yankees. They're at -115. Tanaka's pitched well, as I just mentioned. He's only surrendered 2 runs in his last game. The last 2 games, actually. And he's got a pretty solid ERA versus Oakland. However, when he goes to Oakland, it's another story. Tanner Roark has actually got a 2.55 ERA since being acquired from the Nats. However, that's kind of misleading because his xFIP is actually at 4.45. On the other hand, my buddy Juan Martinez of Picks to Bets, he's also going to take the Yankees, basically basing it off the fact that he thinks that they're going to avoid the sweep. Please be sure to pay attention to the comment box. Juan says he's going to put his links so that you can follow Picks to Bets on his own site. I also have a show of support from Mikael Villeneuve, who is actually from PickMonitor.com. Mikael basically has his own website, and he also has an algorithm that he works out to pick out his own bets. If you want to learn more about Mikael Villeneuve and you don't speak French, look for Michael Villeneuve. Okay, that's how you say his name if you don't speak any English or any French. Anyways, I want to thank all my handicapper friends today for helping me out. Please make sure that you're sending them all a friend request. And just, let you know, I team up with these guys to gain some perspective, kind of help me find my own blind spots that I may have ignored on my way to the sports book. So I recommend you do likewise. Please stay tuned for more videos from Sportbook Buddy. We're going to do everything we can to give you as much value with every single video and find that edge so that you can take a stab against your sportsbook with. So please make sure that you share the video. Thank you and good luck.